Each contractor has roughly around 4 or 5 different ways that they can procure material and how they pay for material, manage material. And it really comes down to the money, the manpower, and the material that they're actually buying. The field guys, whether it's a service technician, it's a journeyman, a foreman, anybody out there who has identified a need for materials. How do you identify the material that that particular person out in the field needs? In the old days, they would call somebody up in the office or maybe call over to the distributor and identify the parts. That's wildly inefficient and it takes a lot of time, and the person out in the field has to slow down and stop what they're doing. So what we do is we give them a field-facing application that gives them a universal selector. They can also find individual parts, but we try to make it as simple as possible. If we can get them to be able to capture a 10-line requisition in 4 minutes or less, we've done our job, because that should be simple, easy, fast. The field guys, they know what they need, they know when they need it, they know how they need it, and we want to be able to create that communication into the back office to whoever the decision maker is on where that's going to be sourced from. Receiving is actually one of the great challenges of our time from a construction standpoint, because everybody does it a little bit differently and it's always time consuming. So we've got a very straightforward, simple application that allows them to see what's been ordered. So we can transmit a fully formed order back to the distributor in a way that they can consume it without having to send around a bunch of emails and things like that. If it takes you more than 30 seconds to answer a simple question like, hey, how many 3/4 inch 90-degree PVC elbows did I buy last month? If it takes you more than 30 seconds, boy, we've got an opportunity for you, because you're not wasting, money and time on looking for things. Your manpower is focused in on the tasks that they need to be focused in on, and ultimately you're getting the material that you need in a timely fashion. The number one error that we see is not using detailed POs. The second big error that we see is the inability to receive items and know what you have and what you don't have on there. The third big thing is that I'm still doing stare and compare when I'm processing invoices, which just creates delay. How are you ever going to be able to control your spend? How are you ever going to be able to control your job costing? You're not. You're just loading in a price point, and you hope that that price point balances at the end of the day. We can automate those things and get the degree of accuracy, save time, and ultimately give you good analytics so that you can start to do some of those pricing analysis. For every $10 million that a contractor spends, we say right off the top, we're going to save you between $350,000 and $500,000 just on that $10 million spend. How does that happen? Well, the time savings are a soft cost, but they are absolutely a cost. But more importantly, by capturing the data from the point of need all the way through to the invoice, we can help you pay your bills faster, and we can help you control your top line costs in order to have visibility into what you're paying. So I can improve my estimation, I can get the field the data that they need at the time, and as an executive, I can say, well, look, 40% of my total spend in my company is on material. And if 40% of it, I should have a very good idea of where my money's going to.